How do you see yourself now? Do you think you still have that shy, reserved side of you, or are you? How would you see yourself in that
That is a
aspect?
really good
Yeah.
question. Shy, not so much anymore. Because because my entire like my job, my what I do involves meeting a lot of people. So I have to meet thousands of different people, new faces, pretty much every year. So because of that, like shyness doesn't really have a thing. But yeah, like maybe on the overall, I would still say I'm more of a sort of introverted sort of person, but I don't mind being an extrovert also. Like I can switch it up as and when I need it to. But on my own, I prefer the peace and quiet that comes with being in my own space, my own thoughts and my own hobbies and guitars and whatever I like doing. So I definitely prefer that more than say being surrounded by a lot of people.
How do you switch it up? When you said, okay, you can switch it up, how does that happen, that change?
Just like living in the moment, like
Yeah.
especially say my friends call me up, all right, cool, I'll be there and just enjoy their company and just not stressing too much about, oh my god, people I have to be
Yeah.
around. No, nothing like that. It's just like just flowing with it. If I have to be like, because I can do both well,
Right.
I've taught myself to do both well.
Okay.
And because of like how my daily life is being surrounded by a lot of
Yeah.
people and mentoring a lot of young kids and all that, so because of that I'm fairly used to like both sides of things, because now I cannot afford to be an introvert like fully. So
How
yeah.
can somebody, like a young person, how
Mm.
can somebody practice that? Is there
Yeah,
any practical
oh yeah,
steps or things
there's
that you can share?
one of the things is just
Yeah.
like you just have to push yourself.
Okay.
Like if you feel yourself as, there's nothing wrong with being
Yeah.
an introvert, of course. Like it has its own perks. But if you feel that it's taking away, especially this goes for a lot of young guys, it happens a lot of times. Because you'll miss a lot of opportunities, you'll miss a lot of things you would want to
Hmm.
do, but because of being introverted you
Hmm.
miss those things. And then it's one of those things that because I have been that guy,
Yeah.
I have seen a lot
Hmm.
of opportunities pass me by, and then later on at night I'm just lying in bed kicking myself over it. Why didn't I speak up? I could
Mm.
have, I was so close, could have just spoken up, I could have just done that, just been there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so just think of the situation where you're lying in
Yeah.
your bed like beating yourself over it. Instead, it's much easier to take that chance, put yourself out there, because like what's the worst that's going to happen?
Yeah.
Just get rejected. Like rejection is something that you should never take personally, because
Yeah.
I believe in always having a mindset of abundance towards everything.
Hmm.
Like you never like just if something doesn't go your way, no big deal. There's always going to be the next one. So that's how I've rewired my mind to approach everything in life. It could be, say,
Yeah.
a job opportunity or whatever. If it doesn't happen, it's cool. The next one is going to come. I'm always in abundance in my own mind that it's fine, and never taking rejection personally. It happens, cool. Like,
Hmm.
and I think at the core of all that is, and I say this as somebody who has struggled with very low self esteem at different points of my life, especially growing up. You just have to build your self esteem. And, like, self love is big these days.
Hmm.
But it's not just about treating yourself to like piece of cake or something, or buying yourself
Yeah.
shopping, like things like that. And that's not self love. Self love would be being so comfortable in your own skin. And most of all, like a lot of self-esteem issues pop up from, like, somehow stem from other people,
Hmm.
something somebody said to you, or feeling lonely and all that. So the number one thing is like learning how to be fulfilled in your own company, learning how to enjoy your own company the
Mm.
most, because that's when you reach a point
Right.
where it doesn't matter if you have people around you
Right.
or you have yourself, because you enjoy either way. You
Yeah.
like yourself so much.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just learning how to like
Hmm.
yourself and filling your life with hobbies and things you enjoy doing, and always being really creative, productive. That is something that's going to break people out of their shells.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
especially like hobbies, I said, I'm a big proponent of especially with young people, telling them to get good hobbies. That's part of the reason why I also teach music,
Hmm.
because that is an excellent hobby for young people to have. Other than that, I also encourage a lot of people to start hitting the gym,
Hmm.
because self-esteem, the gym is one of the best combatants to, like, any kind of depression,
Hmm.
whatever. Anybody who's sad right now, just say get in the gym,
Yeah.
because it releases dopamine and like certain things in your body, and it just it elevates your mood. It's
Hmm.
so good for that. And just being fit is one of the things I tell every young person, anybody I know, any age, that always stay fit.
Yeah.
Exercise is super important for the
Oh yeah.
mind and the body, of course.
Hmm.
And just surround yourself with positive people, surround with your people you like, and
Hmm.
things you like doing. And
Hmm.
that's how you're going to be a pretty happy person, content person. You'll break out of any shell that you're in.
Right.
And and I think the world rewards that. It's going to reward that if you're living your life that way.
Wow. That was awesome. Just in a little bit.
I just spoke off the cuff here.
Man, that was a whole motivational talk. I love that. I love that you shared so many things.
Yeah.
And I love the abundant mindset. I
Yeah.
never thought of it that way. That's so cool. That's something different for me in the way I've heard. Like anything you think you have that, you have
Yeah.
rewired your mind to have that abundant
Yeah.
mindset.
And never be in scarcity with anything.
Yeah.
Whether it's there, I think that, like, faith comes into question,
Okay.
like into like the picture with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm always, because God is a big part of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, the Bible says, I come to give you life abundantly. So
Mm.
I can, with that promise, that is a promise from God. I really value that. So with knowing that, I, n- I have completely eliminated scarcity from my mind, because everything is going to be in abundance, because that's what's promised from God.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just stick with that. And anybody listening to this right now, if you just adapt that mindset and just claim that promise of God over your own life,
Yeah.
that He came to give you life and life
Yeah.
abundantly,
Right.
everything is going to come to you. Everything is going to come to you.
Yeah. And I've noticed that with my friends as well, growing up at different stages of my
Yeah.
life, people who had scarcity mindset, even when they got money,
Yeah.
it was never there. They could
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
make anything of it.
Yeah.
It was like holding sand,
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are people who have had abundant mindset. Even in the times when they were low on money,
Yeah.
they made it back and they were
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
getting more.
Yeah.
There is something, it's a principle that works.
Yeah.